morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St Hilda's School Speech Day for 2013. There are a few announcements before we begin our ceremony. In case of an emergency, everyone will evacuate the centre, and I would ask people on the school side of the centre, this side, to move out via the exit on the near the office and assemble on the oval. People who may need to exit from this side to move out through the exit to Whitby Street and assemble there. Please take all your belongings with you because you may be out of our venue for some time. Those needing medical aid, it is available in the classroom over there. Those using bathrooms, you will find them downstairs. Could I please ask everybody to ensure their mobile phones are either turned off or turned to silent. Song words for the National Anthem and the school hymn can be found in your programs. Could everybody please stand for the processional, remain standing for the National Anthem and our acknowledgement.
prayer based on the homily of St. Hilda. Loving God, thank you for the gifts you have given us. Inspire us to use them wisely for the good of your kingdom. Open our minds to learn of you, that we may escape the pettiness of mind that would grind away our souls. Strengthen our wills to action, that we may not succumb to the spoils of weak desires. Inspire our hearts and lips to song, because song lifts the soul. Teach us to laugh during the times of trials, knowing that you are with us. Teach us to give thanks when our flaws are shown to us, and to have the determination to triumph until we succeed. Amen. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we stand. I acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land and pay my respects to the elders, both past and present. The traditional owners of the land on which we meet are the Kumaberi from the Ugambe Nation.
Would you please be seated? I would like to welcome our guest speaker today, Ms. Amelia Ramsey, my fellow councillors, Mr. Tom Betts and the Reverend Mike Upton, presidents of the support groups, Mr. Stephen Ramsey, Ms. Janelle Manders, Mr. Darren Langan and Mrs. Debbie Buckley. Also, special guests, Father Harry Roos, Mrs. Jan Green and Mr. and Mrs. Galotto. I also extend a special and grateful welcome to the 2013 student leaders, Miss Jamie Crow, Miss Samantha Pearce, Miss Katie Wilson, Miss Kate Taviano, Miss Tatum Hayek, Miss Alison Paxton Hall. Miss Jennifer Radford was to be here, but our prayers are with her as she has gone to Melbourne to be with family. I welcome staff, students, parents and friends. This year has been without a doubt the busiest year we've had in the 7 years that I've been on the school council. Last year I announced our plans for this year, and it gives me great pleasure to report on the progress. Firstly, the renovation of Reeves into a state-of-the-art learning facility, primarily for the senior school, but it will have the potential to become the vibrant heart of the school. We're in the final stages of the tender process and we expect to hand over the site mid-December. Please be assured that there's been considerable thought and planning to minimise the impact of the builders being in and around Reeves. This is obviously a significant financial project and the council is working through our business manager, Mr. Salter, to obtain the best possible outcome for the school within our budget. Finances and budgets are always the constant companions of a school council. We have, for the past few years, kept our fee increases to below 5%. In 2014, the average fee increase will be 3.85%. You will appreciate that our costs have well exceeded that increase, and this has been possible through careful management and great attention to detail in the operational. For some years, the school's been running on a fairly basic business model with everything under the one umbrella. This year, the St Hilda School Foundation was incorporated and the board appointed. The foundation is the first part of an improved business plan. The foundation will enable and encourage philanthropy. We're not looking to impose on our community. What we're seeking to do is enable a wider community involvement in our vision for the education of girls. The launch event will be a gala ball on the 22nd of March 2014. Last year, I also reported that we were refurbishing our tennis courts and basketball courts. This was part of our plan to develop and enhance sport at St Hilda's. We've entered into a partnership with Pure Tennis, and we're delighted with the growth of tennis in the school and the success of our teams. The School Council is absolutely committed to building the strength of sport in the school, capitalising on the already successful and often enthusiastic sporting teams that we have. I'd like to thank Mr Salter for his amazing work, his long hours and the commitment he brings to his position of Business Manager, COO, Project Manager and Bursar, just to name a few of the roles he fills. Mr Salter, the Council deeply appreciates the contribution you make to the school, and I appreciate the support that you give the Council and myself. Usually, at this point, I announce the recipients of the Athena Scholarship. That's a scholarship that the Council bestows on teachers to study or visit areas where world's next practice educational matters are being discussed. Unfortunately, this year, with the absence of Mr Crawley, the process has halted. I would like to announce to the staff that in the new year, the Council will be calling for proposals from interested staff. So for those of you who are interested, please, over the Christmas break, give thought to your proposal. Now I want to tell you about the amazing staff at St Hilda's. Last year, I announced the formation of the St Hilda's Learning Institute. At that time, I could not imagine the impact the Institute would have. Constant changes in technology and our environment lead sometimes to unexpected outcomes. In April this year, Jeff Powell posted the first course online on iTunes U. Mr Powell ran PD for staff, and this led to many more courses going on iTunes U. Currently, there are 53 St Hilda's courses online. Now parents, if you've never visited iTunes U, please go home and look at it. It's a wonderful area to go in. The courses that we've posted help prepare the girls for our environment and our community by connecting them and making them part of our community before they actually arrive. This assists the transition to boarding and our academic expectations. From an educational and practical perspective, the teachers have told me that iTunes with their students is paying dividends and they're seeing encouraging results. Indeed, the preliminary findings are astounding and indicating the potential to revolutionise teaching. From a consumer perspective, the courses have been a resounding success, with 9 of our courses being #1 in Australia, selected from courses available all over the world. And this includes courses from Ivy League universities such as Harvard and Yale. At one stage in the second week of this term, the 3 top courses in the whole country were from St Hilda's. And take a moment to look at the teachers in this room. Many of the teachers have students subscribe to their courses numbering 3 times the number of girls at this school. My bet is that this time last year, they would never have imagined that for themselves. Not only are we benefiting, but we're living our motto of non nobis solum. To that end, I would like to read a letter from a parent in Texas. It reads, "I live in Houston, Texas, and found some of your school's courses via iTunes U. We have a 14-year-old high-functioning autistic son who we homeschool and tailor his curriculum to his abilities. I'm constantly searching for ways to increase his learning and found the work of St Hilda's in iTunes U to be especially helpful. We have just begun with Simon Lee's Earth Science course and am looking at several other courses you make available. I just wanted to say thank you and kudos to you and your team for making these courses available on iTunes for all. including kids like Peyton to learn from. It means a lot to me. I know this takes special effort and special people with vision to pull this off. Please pass along to all who this concerns and keep up the good work. It is indeed good work, and you are special people. I want to make it clear though to all the staff, you do not have to publish on iTunes U to be special and to have an impact on the children you teach. I continue to be very grateful for the dedication and hard work and commitment of each and every one of you. In my regular meetings with Mr. Crawley, he takes every possible opportunity to share with me the stories of what's going on the campus. You'll probably be horrified to hear that parents actually stop me in the street and at the coffee shop to tell me about their experience with the staff. Let me tell you, I am always very, very proud, and I appreciate hearing the stories. This year marks a milestone in the history of St Hilda's Council. Mrs Susan Brandis retires from Council, having reached the maximum time allowed to serve. Mrs Brandis's daughter was Dux at St Hilda's, and her association has spanned 25 years. This year we welcomed the Reverend Mike Upton, Rector of the Church of the Holy Spirit on the Isle of Capri, onto Council. Reverend Upton was an accountant and an academic prior to ordination, and I hope not only will he have a long association with the school, but he'll draw on all those other skills he's got. I'd like to thank the members of the School Council. They've worked so hard, they've dedicated a lot of time to the good governance, the development and the health of the school. I'd also like to mention David and Narelle and the wonderful meals that they give us to sustain us in our evening meetings. One thing I would really like to mention to you all is how fabulous the grounds look. I'd like to thank Darcy and his team for the great work they do, not only keeping the grounds in such good condition, but cleaning up after storms and making them safe for our girls. Finally, and sadly in his absence, I'd like to thank Mr Crawley for his conservative management, which is balanced with brave, big dreams for each and every girl in this school and each and every staff member. He has the rare qualities of a gentleman and is an exceptional leader who values individuals and encourages and inspires them. Mr Crawley makes the work of council a pleasure and a privilege. We all give thanks to God for Mr Crawley's recovery, and we pray that he will continue to be strengthened over the break, and we look forward to welcoming him back in the new year. On behalf of the School Council, I would like to wish you all a very happy, holy and safe Christmas. Thank you.
Can I start by saying how much I regret not being able to be at Speech Day this morning. It's a wonderful event in my view. It's a brilliant way of finishing the school year and having that opportunity of saying congratulations and well done to so many of the girls for a year well spent. Can I also add in that this is the last year for Maria McIver after 7 years, 7 wonderful years as my deputy. And Maria, you have made a brilliant contribution to the smooth and efficient and the harmonious operation of the school, and I can assure you it has been much appreciated, and we wish you every success in your new challenges at Whit Sunday as the principal of the school. Can I also add my thanks to the senior staff who have undertaken extra duties as a result of my absence, and also to the wonderful support that I've received from the School Council during this period. In particular, I would like to thank the Chair of the Council, Cheryl Malloy, for the extraordinary way in which she has contributed to the school across the entirety of this year. The effectiveness of a school like this would be much diminished without the generosity of contribution that you make, and I can assure you on behalf of the entire school community it's deeply appreciated. The whole staff this year have made a brilliant contribution in so many ways to the development of this school. The work that's taken place in supporting the St Hilda's Learning Institute has been quite remarkable. I trust that all parents have stayed in contact with the growth of this institute and have started to appreciate how particular and special what is going on at the school is in world education. We are making quite remarkable inroads in understanding how to use technology and how to really engage in very productive professional development. So my congratulations to all of the staff who have, I hope, enjoyed the involvement in the St Hilda's Learning Institute and getting your courses up on iTunes U. It's been a lot of fun watching, but in every way I'm immensely proud of what you are achieving through your involvement in this. Can I say that I am disappointed not to be able to offer my speech this year, maybe on the passion of life, but I guess it's in the can, and you've now received probably the shortest speech ever given by a headmaster at the school, so I trust you will remember that with some pleasure. But maybe another time. Can I also say congratulations to all of the girls who are going to receive awards today, and also those who are going to receive leadership positions within the school next year. To all girls in the school, however, I would say never avoid understanding that every one of you matters, and that every one of you will have opportunities to be involved in a very real leadership way throughout the school next year. It's been one of the traditions over the last few years that I always leave people with something to read over Christmas. So I think this year should be the same. I won't give you a specific book, but what I will suggest you might like to do is to find TED Books. It's an app, it's very easy to find. Go on to TED Books and download it and actually pay for it. It'll cost you $15 and will give you access to about 30 brilliant books which will keep the conversation ticking away beautifully over the Christmas vacation. With that said, I warmly wish everybody a wonderful Christmas. I trust that the family time will be special, that the gift giving will be meaningful to both those who give and receive. And I look forward to returning next year after a wonderful family time. I wish everyone a safe holiday. God bless to all.
Ms. Cheryl Malloy, Chairman of the St Hilda's School Council, and members of Council, Mr Tom Betts, the Reverend Michael Upton. Mrs Anne Crawley, it's so lovely to have you here today on behalf of Peter, and please pass on his kind words and my gratitude. The Reverend Father Harry Roos, Rector of St Peter's Church, Southport, and Council Member of the Southport School. Presidents of the Parent Support Group. Ms Amelia Ramsey, our guest speaker. Distinguished guests, staff, girls, and young women of St Hilda's School. It is indeed a privilege to address you today on behalf of Peter, and I would like to most sincerely acknowledge those who have contributed so much to our school. We are fortunate to have so many who value its traditions and resolve, who have dedicated their capacity to champion the education of girls. We have a council dedicated to ethical governance. Care for our school's future is central to its practice and completely aligned to its mission. To all staff, academic, administration, and services, your contribution, indeed dedication, to make this place of excellence is of the highest value, and in particular to each of the senior leadership team. Yours has been an outstanding effort, and you should be rightly proud of your team and acknowledge their contributions to our success, the true measure of which we see before us today. To the young girls and young women of our school, my special thanks for the style and manner in which you approach your studies, your personal quest for character development. Your goodwill contributes daily to our ability to problem solve and to move forward with your needs being our driving purpose. We have seen confident young women taking initiatives, finding relevance in our school values, and expressing their perspective with inventiveness and grace. This morning, I would like to offer to the girls and young women of this magnificent school a salute to their character. I would also like to encourage them to confront the challenge of the modern world with enthusiasm and confidence. Your success will be a reflection of your character and confidence. This will allow you to be self-assured, involved in the world, and embrace its complex interactions, seize those opportunities, and strive towards a future that we have all dreamed of. Girls, young women, you are the key drivers of our world. Ask social scientists how to end global poverty, and they will tell you, educate girls. Even if girls can only be educated in that fleeting window between the ages of 10 and 14, watch a community grow. Watch a community change. Per capita, income goes up, infant mortality goes down, the rate of economic growth increases, the rate of HIV/AIDS infection falls, child marriage becomes less common, as does child labour. Educated mothers tend to educate their children. They tend to be more wise with family money. Last year, the World Bank calculated that Kenya's illiterate girls, if educated, could boost that country's economy by $27 billion in the course of a lifetime. Whether an emerging nation likes it or not, its girls are its greatest opportunity. Educating them, as economist Lawrence Summers once said, may be the single highest return investment available in the developing world. Girls, how does that make you feel when you hear this? It's enlivening to be part of an organisation such as ours that continues to take the lead in providing skills that girls and young women need to navigate successfully the ever-changing world of the 21st century. I must admit, when I read Sheryl Sandberg's sage advice in the book Lean In, I had a sense that I would be less leaning in and more lying down by the end of it. However, if one considers oneself to be successful, we must conclude that it isn't because we are forced to become some kind of ironclad Bodhisan figure. Your success has had to be built on being genuine, resilient, and true to yourself, moments of fragility and all. The resilience I have is because from an early age my parents encouraged me to develop a sense of perspective. Perspective seems to me an extraordinarily valuable attribute. In my younger days, playing tennis was real. I'm not as fast, but yes, I can still play. However, my passion for the game meant I would always watch Wimbledon. I vividly recall an interview with Boris Becker in 1987. As defending champion, he was knocked out of Wimbledon in the second round by the 70th ranked player in the world, Peter Doohan. Media frenzy raged, and yet his press conference statement was straightforward and wise.
The big man, don't make no mistakes.
What do you think happened? Well, basically, I lost a tennis match, you know. I didn't lose a war, nobody died, I lost a tennis match, and I tried as hard as I could. I didn't play well. He played very well, he didn't miss many balls, and that was it, you know. I just was on the court, I didn't play my best, but I was trying, and he was just the better player today.
Nobody died here. I lost a tennis match. Becker's perspective was one I admired at the time, and I still remember to this day. He continued his career with that perspective, picking himself up, persevering with hard work and patience to become a tennis great. Another example, more relevant for you girls, a Year 10 maths class, which I have observed. A question was posed. Students' eyes darted left and right. Indecisiveness, panic even. Silence reigned until the teacher said, "What's the worst that can happen if you get this answer wrong right now?" Parents, you are part of this process of perspective giving. If we take that broad sense of true education, it cannot possibly be the case that everything is achieved at school. The most powerful influence on a child's perspective is that which is modelled by its parents. Thus, we need to be very careful that our understandable desire to protect and encourage doesn't translate into responses which actually have the effect of saying that a B grade or a 2 is a failure, that to be in a set other than 1 is indicative of a problem, and dare I say it, on an occasion such as this, that not winning a prize renders all other achievements in the year as negligible. Ours is such a diverse and rich education that the many wonderful successes may not be recognised in formal occasions such as this. So many opportunities to succeed are presented by our holistic approach to education. Girls, think about a prize you have won, any sort of prize. Now, was there an element of luck in it? It is wonderful to win, and yes, there may be an element of fortune in success. But remember, through hard work, resilience, and persistence, you make your own luck. When opportunities present themselves, you will have the skill set to seize them. It is having the perspective of hard work, perseverance, and practice that will make the difference. We are incredibly proud of our prize winners today, and they should be proud of themselves because they possess the qualities I have just mentioned. But let's be clear. If you link motivation to winning prizes in life, you set yourself up for disappointment, because the greatest prize of all is when you can look yourself in the eye and say, "I tried my absolute best and I know I've done a good job." Of course, for many of our young people, discussion of prizes and of grades is a luxury upon beyond their ken. As I have said to some of the Year 12s each year as they head off for preparation for test block or QCS, aren't you incredibly fortunate to be taking exams? And they look at me quizzically. What I'm actually saying is, remember this perspective. There are 66 million girls on this planet who have no access to education. What is the worst that can happen to you, Ella, if you get the wrong answer in school? What's the worst that can happen to a girl of Ella's age in Pakistan? Well, we know the answer to that. She can be shot by extremists who believe that girls should have no access to any kind of education. Nowhere is that lesson more evident in the story of Malayla Yousafzai, a Pashtun girl from Pakistan's Swat Valley, who was born to an illiterate mother, grew up in her father's school, read Stephen Hawking's A Brief History of Time by the age of 11, and has a gift for stirring oratory. Malayla tells of that life-shattering moment in a riveting memoir, I Am Malayla, published as she was being cited as a possible candidate for the Nobel Peace Prize. She was the recipient of the European Union's Sakharov Human Rights Prize. Co-written with Christina Lamb, a veteran British journalist who has an evident passion for Pakistan and can render its complicated history. This is a book that should be read not only for its vivid drama, but for its urgent message about the untapped power of girls, and whose work is a prompt for all of us to revisit our perspective. Malala is an inspirational example to us. Shot and wounded by the Taliban for being a vocal supporter of girls' education, but who would not be silenced because of her passionate belief in her right to and the preciousness of education. When girls in the developing world are interviewed about school and the tragic dangers now associated with it, their appetite for learning and their determination to be taught, even in the face of great personal risk, is humbling. Malala's fight should be ours too. More inclusion of women, acknowledgement and support of the many voiceless and unsung Malalas, and education for all. Girls and young women, it is this perspective that I want you to have. I want you to think of going to school. I want you to remember that when you come to school and you think it's a humdrum, ordinary, take it for granted thing of going to school and learning, in a school which values you, in a school which is ambitious for you, would be seen from the perspective of millions of girls worldwide as the most priceless gift on earth. From that perspective, each and every one of you in this gym today has won a prize. But if we have genuinely educated you, you will know that with this privilege comes the responsibility of turning your excellence in all that you do to the advantage of others. Trade with the gifts God has given you. As our St. Hilda's family is built upon a shared vision that calls us to action, so that we may labour not for our own advantage, but also for the common good. Words, precious words from our school prayer. Let that spirit inform all that you do, all your academic successes, and all the steps that you take on the way to becoming the change makers of the future. May God bless you all evermore, and to everyone here this morning, as well as our staff and young women on the World Challenge expedition somewhere in Ecuador, may I take this opportunity to wish you all a meaningful and joyful Christmas. Thank you.
Good morning. I graduated from St Hilda's in 2001. I was school captain, and it was the only school I ever went to. I understand there were about 30 girls this year that went through from year 1 to year 12. I was one of 8 at the time. In a moment, I'd like to tell you about what I've been doing for the past 12 years, I think it is. But I'd like to preface that with letting you know that I'm actually still deciding what I'd like to be when I grow up. When I was at school, I remember looking at the careers guide and wondering where I fit in. There were so many different jobs to choose from, and I felt as though I liked something about all of them, but not everything about one of them. Since that time, I've just been going with the flow. I changed university courses 3 times. I've had 2 fairly different full-time employments, and I've maintained a variety of casual jobs along the way. I've been a baker, a real estate agent, a hotel receptionist, a caterer, a cook, a retail assistant, and my first job was actually at Crazy Clark's at Southport Park. One might say it's been a process of elimination and also one of trial and error. However, one thing has stayed constant for me, and that's the continual drive for self-improvement and to always achieve more. Straight after school, I was accepted into the Rotary Youth Exchange program, and I went to France for a year. I like to think that I left home with a smile on my face and the excitement of an intrepid traveller, but I cried for weeks. I cried for weeks before I left, and weeks when I arrived. Much to Mum and Dad's dismay, this wasn't about them. I was leaving my high school boyfriend. I thought I was losing the love of my life. I sulked like the teenager that I was when I arrived, and then I soothed those tears with 2 chocolate croissants a day. And eventually one day the crying stopped. I was welcomed with open arms into a small town in the centre of France called Châtel-Guyon. Population 5,000 people. I had 3 host families throughout the year and was known as Le Kangaroo. I saw a lot of Europe during that time. I was whisked away by my host families to various parts of France where they eagerly fed me regional cuisines, cheeses and wines and showed off their fine country. I learned to speak French, which I later studied at university, and I learned a lot about myself, but unfortunately there isn't a university course for that yet. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. When I returned from France with newfound independence, I commenced university at QUT in Brisbane. There I studied a Bachelor of Creative Industries. I'm still not exactly sure what that was. But it did mean I could do drama and watch films and break them down with Freudian analysis. I did that for a year before I decided it wasn't for me. Again, trial and error. And I returned to Melbourne where I was born. At this stage, I wanted to be an actress, a dream I had maintained since school. I dabbled in a few acting classes and enthusiastically rehearsed Neighbours scripts. But after my first real audition, I decided I didn't have what it took to make sad, angry, excited and surprised faces on cue. While I may have consciously given up on being a movie star, the current trajectory I'm on is often equated with acting, so perhaps I haven't entirely let go of my inner drama queen. In 2004, I enrolled in a Bachelor of Arts at Monash University in Melbourne, and I studied languages, linguistics, international studies, politics, but I didn't really feel like it was leading me towards anything substantive. When I had a year to go, my brother said to me, "You'll be able to ask, would you like fries with that in 5 different languages?" I was motivated to find more. So I applied to transfer into a double degree in arts law. Law school was a wake-up call. I went from a high distinction average in arts to barely scraping by in law. With some more sage advice from my brother that P's get degrees, it felt good to be working hard and really using my mind. It was around this time that I started volunteering at the Springvale Monash Legal Service, which is a free legal advice community centre in Victoria. I started with service as a receptionist, which at the time was the only way in, as it was a very popular service amongst law students. Eventually, I was offered a caseworker position here under the supervision of a solicitor, and I was able to provide advice to clients. Many of the clients did not speak English as their first language, but we assisted clients who were marginalised, who fell into marginalised groups, but mostly those who could not afford legal advice. Sometimes this involved making a telephone call to their electricity company and arranging a payment plan, but on other occasions, I was able to assist an application for 2 young boys, refugees from Afghanistan, who were seeking to have their true age reflected in identity documents. In Afghanistan, age is recorded in not the same way it's done in Australia. So when children apply for identity documents, they're often stamped with the 1st of January of whatever year. And whatever year suited the official's purpose at the time, which was often in order to allow that child to vote for their political party, rendering them much older than they actually were. By the time these 2 boys arrived in Australia, they were 12 and 14, but identity documents had them as 18 and 20. They could not attend school, and they were potentially subject to adult criminal laws. I assisted in making the application for their change of birth. Springvale Monash Legal Service was one of those light bulb moments where I was on the right track. In 2009, I completed my university degree, but before this, I again visited the careers advisor, endeavouring to fit myself into one of those career models. After very many unsuccessful applications to major law firms in Melbourne, I was offered a position at the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. so I packed my bags and moved to Canberra. I started in the Southeast Asia division, where I was initially responsible for Malaysia reporting. Somehow I'd fooled someone, because I'll let you in on a little secret. I didn't actually know what the countries of Southeast Asia were. I do now. A day in the life of the Executive Officer at the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade involved monitoring country-specific media, dealing with public inquiries, implementing government projects and initiatives, organising official visits, and liaising with the local embassies. During my first year, I also volunteered in the Crisis Centre at DFAT, which is the response team for international disasters. In 2012, I was offered a short-term posting to Bangkok in Thailand. So again, I packed up my life and off I went. When you're posted overseas with the department is when you become a diplomat, a representative of the Australian government overseas. Yes, this does involve diplomatic immunity, and yes, sometimes I carried a diplomatic briefcase that could not leave my hand, but other than that, it was a normal job. In Bangkok, stationed at the embassy, my reporting responsibilities included regional stability, counter-terrorism, and the Southern Thai insurgency. My role was to liaise with counterparts in the Thai government and to report back to Canberra on Thailand's views and activities surrounding those issues. The role of a diplomat is also to foster and enhance the relationship between our two countries. And this part involves a lot of smiling, handshaking, and to never go anywhere without a business card. I attended many International Day events, but my favourite was the French National Day, where I got to catch up with my old friend Chocolate Croissant. I was involved in organising a running event between Thailand and Laos. This event was a 5-kilometre run across the Friendship Bridge, crossing the border between the two countries. We were hoping for 500 people to enter and run the event, so naturally we were overwhelmed with joy when 3,000 entrants turned up on the day. The event encouraged cooperation between Thailand and Laos police and military officials. It also strengthened Australia's relationship with those two countries, and the event will run again next year. While I really enjoyed working at the department, there was something niggling at me that said it wasn't really for me. I didn't find the work as stimulating as I thought I would, and while objectively being a diplomat might appear extremely glamorous, the prospect of moving my life to a new country every 3 years was no longer as appealing as it once was. So I took a huge leap and I moved back to Melbourne to pursue a career in law. Again, I trusted my instincts with trial and error and crossed diplomat off a potential career path. I returned to Melbourne at the end of last year and I enrolled in College of Law, which was the next step towards becoming a lawyer. I signed up as a volunteer at as many organisations as I could, and I started volunteering at the Asylum Seeker Resource Centre this year and coupled that with 4 days a week at a place called the Public Interest Law Clearinghouse. The Asylum Seeker Resource Centre is a not-for-profit organisation that assists individuals in the process of applying for refugee status. There are many facets to that organisation. I volunteer in the legal section. The centre also offers counselling, food bank, meals, employment assistance, language classes and clothing. The legal arm assists members in their application to the Department of Immigration and Border Protection for refugee status. This is not an easy process, and members are usually with us for an average of 2 years through to 10 years. Similar to Springvale Monash Legal Service, there are significant language barriers. We assist asylum seekers from Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Burma, Vietnam, and many more countries. These individuals have suffered from many differing forms of persecution in their country of origin, based on race, ethnicity, or religion, and they can no longer live in their own country because they are no longer protected by their own government. These people are afraid, and they have seen and been subject to unimaginable violence and crime. Yes, some of these people arrive on boats, but the majority actually arrive by plane and have overstayed their holiday visas. I now volunteer at the Asylum Seeker Resource Centre every night, one night a week, and it's an inspiring and heartwarming place. 5 months into this year, I finished my graduate diploma in legal practice, and after 18 failed applications to law firms, I was offered a position at the County Court of Victoria as a judge's associate. Again, sometimes things just fall into place. This job is more than I could have hoped for. I work for His Honour Judge Michael McInerney, the longest standing judge of the court. His Honour has been there for 19 years and before that practiced as a barrister. This week His Honour is in Jakarta taking part in a workshop with Indonesian judges collaborating on anti-corruption and anti-money laundering laws. I'm responsible for preparing and running the matters that come before His Honour. The County Court does the majority of criminal matters as well as civil disputes. And my role involves legal research, judgment writing and coordinating parties so that the courtroom runs smoothly. The types of matters we hear in crime are sexual offences, assault, robbery, theft, kidnapping and drug trafficking. The types of matters we hear in civil are negligence, contract matters and injuries at work. Seen as a stepping stone for a lot of junior lawyers, I intend to use my 2-year contract with the court to soak up as much knowledge as I can about court process, litigation and general practice before heading down the path of being a barrister or a solicitor. The main difference between those two is a wig. The solicitor does not wear a wig and a barrister does. Earlier this month I was admitted as an Australian lawyer. After having completed the requirements for admission, including a degree in law, the graduate diploma and work experience, I attended a ceremony at the Supreme Court of Victoria and signed the roll. I can now practice law in Victoria and can officially call myself a lawyer. As I said, through trial and error and trusting my instincts, I found something that I love to do. I was never fortunate enough to know exactly what I wanted to do since I was little, but while I might have taken my time getting there, I think I've arrived. I still don't know exactly where this path will take me. Yes, there are still some options within it, how I'd like to practice law and in what area, but one day, if you're interested, I'll let you know what I was when I grew up. For me, what has been most important are the experiences along the way. These are the things that define us. The broken hearts from boyfriends left behind, the failures, the successes, my friends and my family. My friends have become so many different things, and I don't remember one of us saying that's what we wanted to be when we were at school. Lucy Glade-Wright, who was head day girl in my year, is a graphic designer and owner of a successful online store called Hunting for George. Sophie Fredheim is an advertising account manager in the UK. Bridget Rusk is the sponsorship director for Secret Sounds, which is the company who runs all the major music festivals in Australia. She has also just launched her own online beauty store called Outer Gold. Melanie White owns a juice cleanse business in Hong Kong, and next year she'll franchise into China. 4 very successful women, to simply name a few. St Hilda's provided me with a well-rounded education. It has instilled in me the strength and grounding necessary to become the woman that I am. I think that motivation and drive for continual self-improvement comes from being offered so many opportunities to grow during school years. I am forever trying to better myself, and it is important to me to help those in need. I think that comes from 12 years of repeating non-nervous solemn. Every year I set myself new goals, and every year I tick off a new achievement, because that's what's important to me. Thank you.
Chair of School Council, Ms. Cheryl Malloy, and other members of School Council, Deputy Principal, Ms. Maria McIver, other distinguished guests, parents and girls, I would like to extend a vote of thanks to Ms. Amelia Ramsey. Thank you for your words about your journey since leaving St Hilda's, and about how following your gut and following every opportunity is important. On the final day of school before break, I know your words will resonate with us as you celebrate our time with family and friends. Please join me in once again thanking Ms. Ramsey for her time today.
to the Years 2, 3 and 4 choir, Mrs. Sergeyev and Mr. Ham. In the junior school, an academic merit award is presented to the students in Years 1 to 6 who have demonstrated consistent effort and commitment to achieve a level of performance that reflects their stage of development. In 2013, academic merit is awarded to the following students in Year 1. Giselle Brownlee-Smith, Anya Corsa, Sienna Hopkinson, Alexi McCarthy, Olivia Madison, Ruby Pulich, Kate Taylor, Lucy Wilson, congratulations, girls. In Year 2, academic merit is awarded to Simran Ruta, Kiana Dariush-Farr, Sky Hill, Chloe Lau, Edie Licciardi, Vivara Litvinova in absentia, Isabella Ong, Kristen Ramsey, Amelia Salmon, Summer Welsh in absentia, Emily Van Twest, please congratulate these ladies. In Year 3, academic merit is presented to Isabel Charnley, Madeline Finster, Christina Lai, Celeste Nutley, Maisie Smith, and Charlotte Wakem. Congratulations. Academic Honours is an award presented to the students who have demonstrated consistent commitment to excellence in their studies. In Year 3, Academic Honours is awarded to Zali Dickinson. Congratulations, Zali. In Years 3, 4, 5 and 6, the Principal's Award is presented to the students who have demonstrated consistent effort and commitment in her studies, contributed positively in the creative arts and physical education, and demonstrated a willingness to serve others and lead by example. In 2013, the Principal's Award in Year 3 is presented to Sarah Rao. Academic Honours and Principal's Awards are presented to Ava Cowie. And Remy Long. Congratulations, girls. In Year 4, Academic Merit is awarded to Naya Bollinger. Xenia Dariush-Farr. Isabella Donovan. Vanessa Karabetsis. Annabelle Kitchen. Hayley McGrath. Hannah Parker in absentia. Hikaru Suji. And Holly Williams. Congratulations, girls. In Year 4, the Academic Honours Award is presented to Huda Majid, Madeline McClintock, Emily Rice, Jemima Robertson, and Michelle Vahidi. Please congratulate these guys. In Year 4, the Principal's Award is presented to Cartier Ewing, Isabella Furnell, Lily Licciardi. Congratulations. We move now to the Year 5 awards. In Year 5, academic merit is presented to Grace Cowley. Antoinette Late. Leilani Leon. Sophie Palmer. Chloe Robinson. And Sophie Young. Congratulations. In Year 5, the Academic Honours Award is presented to Ava Badger, Mia Field, Grace Marnie, Lucia McCarthy, Charlotte McClintock, Brooke Murakami, and Edwina Thompson. Congratulations. In 2013, the Principal's Award in Year 5 is presented to Anna Branch, Carmen Jansen Van Buren, Talia West, Academic Merit and Principal's Award are presented to Ella Fitzpatrick. Please congratulate these. In Year 6, Academic Merit is awarded to Kate Cameron. Nadine Chia. Charlotte Frampton. Chloe Gallagher. Tyler Marie Ransby. Georgia Walters. Lily Woods. And Cindy Zhang. Congratulations. In Year 6, 2013, the Academic Honours Award is presented to Caitlin Boyle. Caroline Connolly. Cara Kroon. Akanksha Mahajan. Maxine Moore. Elle Rutherford. And Keely van der Becht. Please congratulate these girls. In Year 6, the Principal's Award is presented to Grace Flynn. Academic Merit and Principal's Award are presented to Josephine Late. And Penelope Sophios. Congratulations. The Non Nova Solemn Award is presented to a student in Year 6 who demonstrates consistently good grace, dignity and kindness, and by her manner and behaviour is deemed by all she meets to be a fine role model for fellow students in the junior school. In 2013, the Non Nova Solemn Award recipient is Sarah Lettingham. Congratulations, Sarah. Final awards to be presented today are also only available to a student in Year 6. These awards are the Best All-Round Girl and the Ducks of the junior school. The Best All-Round Girl Award is presented to the student in Year 6 who has demonstrated the St Hilda's School motto, not for ourselves alone, in her manner and behaviour in the classroom, on the sporting field and in cultural pursuits. In 2013, Academic Honours, the Junior School Vice Captain Award and the Best All-Round Girl is presented to Candice Simpson. Congratulations and well done. The Ducks of Junior School Award is presented to the student in Year 6 who achieves the highest academic results in the 4 key learning areas of English, Mathematics, Science and Humanities. In 2013, Academic Honours, Junior School Captain Award and the Ducks of Junior School is presented to Alexandra McIver. Congratulations, Alexander.
amaze me, the talents of our girls. Would you join with me in thanking Mr. Chen Yang and the middle school and senior concert bands and senior streets. Well done. In the middle years, for years 7 and 8, academic merit is presented to students who achieve a very high standard throughout the year across the Australian curriculum and key learning areas. Academic honours are presented to students who achieve an exceptionally high standard throughout the year across the Australian curriculum and key learning areas. Principals Awards are presented to students who have shown responsibility and commitment and teamwork as well as leadership. The Keynote Best All-Rounder and the Year 8 Best All-Round Award are presented to students who have demonstrated leadership qualities, dedication to their studies, commitment to school activities, and concern for others and their community. In Year 7, academic merit is awarded to Natasha Butler. Academic merit to Ashley Harris. Academic merit to Miller Harrison. Academic merit to Alfreda Imrose. Academic merit to Hannah Jamison. Academic merit to Hayley Stanich. Academic honours to Edwina Jackson. Principals Award to Isabel Crowther. Principals Award to Hannah Shrubshaw. Academic Merit and Principals Award, Nikki Campbell. Academic Merit and Principals Award, Tahira Yantic-Dooney. Academic Merit and Principals Award to Sophie Rice. The Keynote Best All-Round Award, Victoria Catt. In Year 8, Academic Merit is awarded to Jane Andrews. Academic Merit to Courtney Box. Academic Merit to Claire Butner. Academic Merit to Lucy Chu. Academic Merit to Isabella Crane. Academic Merit to Zoe Culross. Academic Merit to Ali Finlay. Academic merit to Alexandra Frizzell. Academic merit to Caitlin Jervis. Academic merit to Sohun Lee. Academic merit to Claire Livingston. Academic merit to Lois Livingston. Academic merit to Veronica McNiven. Academic merit to Sophie Miserolis. Academic merit to Lawrence Sprague. Academic merit to Zoe Way. Academic merit to Denby Woods. And academic merit to Samantha Young. Academic honours to Zara Campbell. Academic honours, Helena Chen. Academic honours, Eva Devantia. Academic honours, Isabella Garzolini. Academic honours, Emily Lackas. Academic honours, Catherine Matheson. Academic honours, Cordelia Mead Small. Academic honours, Lukey Smith. Principals Awards, Madeline Hawley. Principal Award, Phoebe Humbling. Principal Award, Caitlin Wilkins. Academic Merit and Principals Award, Imogen Calto. Academic Honours and Principals Award, Claire McMath. Academic Honours and Best All Round for Year 8, Eloise Campbell. In Year 9, academic achievement is presented to a student who achieves the highest academic result in that subject throughout the year. Academic merit is presented to students who achieve at a very high standard throughout the year in 5 of the subjects studied. Academic honours are presented to students who achieve at a very high standard throughout the year in 6 or 7 of the subjects studied. Principals Award are presented to students who have shown responsibility, commitment, teamwork and leadership. The Non-Novus Solum Award in Year 9 is presented to a student who applies herself consistently to her work and demonstrates a high standard of service, unselfishness and a generosity of spirit in her interactions and leadership. The Dux Approximate Acessit is presented to a student who is runner-up to the Dux. And the Dux for Year 9 is presented to a student who has demonstrated the highest academic results throughout the year. Academic achievement for English is presented to Victoria Berry. Academic achievement for French, Bonnie Dawson. Academic achievement for drama, Nicole Hoskins. The Religious Education Prize and Academic Achievement for Science, Emily Baker. Academic Merit, Chanel Belay. Academic Merit, Paula Minerick. Academic Achievement for Hospitality and Academic Merit, Frances van der Hoven. Academic Honours, Rebecca Jiang. Academic Honours, Emily Mitchell. Academic Honours, Lilia Shamashiva. Academic Achievement for Visual Art and Academic Honours, Lian Peng. Academic Achievement for Mathematics and Academic Honours, Katrina Song. Academic Achievement for Media Arts and Academic Honours, Isla Stanich. Academic Achievement for Music and Academic Honours, Francesca Zhu. The Health and Physical Education Prize, Academic Achievement for Sports Science and Academic Honours, Lucy Coleman. Academic Achievement for English Literature, Academic Achievement for Japanese, and Academic Honours, Matilda Robinson. Principals Award, Holly Gibson. Principals Award, Libby Gunther. Academic Honours and Principals Award, Stephanie Grant. Academic Honours and Principals Award, Laura Nichols. Academic Honours and Principals Award, Emma Vanderskate. Academic Achievement for Design and Technology, Academic Honours and Principals Award, Courtney Withers in absentia. Academic Honours and the Year 9 Non-Novus Solum Award, Sarah Shuttle. Academic Achievement for LEAP English, Academic Achievement for LEAP Mathematics, Academic Honours, and the Dux Prox Mea Kesset, Yasmin Foster. Academic Achievement for Business, Finance and Management, Academic Achievement for Geography, Academic Achievement for History, Academic Achievement for LEAP Science, Academic Honours, and the Dux of Middle School, Ellie Domro.
What has begun, you must believe.
Once again, we are amazed by the talent that is shown just not by our choirs, by the whole school. So congratulations to everyone. At Year 10 and 11, the following awards are presented. For academic achievement, it is presented to the student who achieves the highest academic result in a subject where the cohort is fewer than 9 students. Academic achievement will only be awarded if the top student is achieving at an A standard. Academic merit is presented to a student who has achieved at a very high standard throughout the year in 5 of the subjects studied at Year 10 and 4 of the subjects studied at Year 11. Academic honours is presented to a student who has achieved at a very high standard throughout the year in 6 or 7 of the subjects studied at Year 10 and 5 or 6 of the authority subjects studied in Year 11. Principal's Award is presented to students who have shown responsibility, commitment, teamwork and leadership. And the Dux is presented to the student who has demonstrated the highest academic results throughout the year. For Year 10, the Academic Achievement for Japanese, Mimi Aarons. The Academic Achievement for Mathematics is Elena Pepleva, in absentia. The Academic Achievement for Science, Emily Popov. Academic Achievement for Sports Science, Kate Taylor. Academic Merit, Connor Erie, in absentia on exchange. Academic Merit, I've got a few in absentees, I'm getting myself a bit confused. Academic Merit, Magenta Neath Cowan. Academic Achievement for Hospitality and Academic Merit, Amy McElroy. Academic Honours, Charlie Gordon. Academic Honours, Charlotte Birch. Academic Honours, Ali Donald. Academic Honours, Matilda G, in absentia on exchange. Academic Honours, Ambrosine Hartle. Academic Honours, Dai Kim. Academic Honours, Persephone Mead Small. The Health and Physical Education Prize and Academic Honours, Georgia Frizzell. Academic Achievement for English and Academic Honours, Zara Ahmed. Academic Achievement for Design and Technology and Academic Honours, Bridget Burton. Academic Achievement for Media Arts and the Joint Academic Achievement for History and Academic Honours, Georgina Buckley. Academic Achievement for French, Academic Achievement for Geography and Academic Honours, Georgia Sartle. Principal's Awards, Caitlin Denniston. Principal Award, Chantel Himmelman. Principal's Award, Holly Hitson. Principal's Award, Chelsea McKeska. Principal's Award, Peter Morton. Principal's Award, Keeley Press. Academic Achievement for Music and Principal's Award, Shay Marnie. Academic Achievement for Drama and Principal's Award, Thea Shields. Academic Merit and Principal's Awards, Tegan Learn. Academic Merit and Principal's Award, Lauren McLeish. Academic Achievement for Business, Finance and Management, Academic Honours and Principal's Award, Nina Eade. The Religious Education Prize, the Academic Achievement for Drama, which is a joint award, and Academic Honours and Principal's Award, Aisling Knox. The Paris Wilson Prize for Character and Influence. This prize is awarded to the girl who contributed most to Year 10 by way of full participation in the life of the school, while exhibiting the attributes of fun, happiness and friendship that was the essence of this very effervescent girl, Paris, who lived fully for her contribution to this school, Dodie Wilson. Achievement for Elite English, the Academic Achievement Joint for History, Academic Achievement for Advanced Mathematics, Academic Achievement for the Year 11 Music course, Academic Achievement for Leap Science, Academic Achievement for Visual Art, Academic Honours, and Dux of Year 10, Madeline Hall. For Year 11. The excellence in vocational education is presented to the student who has achieved exceptional training outcomes, including outstanding RTO and/or employer endorsement, and demonstrated advanced personal and workplace organisation. Gabrielle Bury. The Diploma of Business Prize, Abby Fowler. Academic Achievement for Study of Religion, Zara Blades. Academic Achievement for Business, Organisation and Management, Jessica Tang. Academic Achievement for Japanese, Sarah Tanahashi. Academic merit is awarded to Camille Chen. Academic merit is awarded to Melissa Harris, who is in absentia on the World Challenge trip. Academic merit is awarded to Isabella Torv. Academic achievement for Mathematics C and Academic Sherry Zeng in absentia. Academic achievement for Physics and Academic Honours, Savannah Zhang. Academic achievement for Chemistry, Academic achievement for Modern History and Academic Honours, Lisa Ogie. Academic achievement for Accounting, Academic achievement for Biology, Academic achievement for Engineering Technology, the Queensland University of Technology Prize, and Academic Honours, Amanda Torber. Principals Award awarded to Abby Bayliss. Principals Award awarded to Kara Skagg. Our Principals Award awarded to Alice Wascanyon. The Academic Achievement for Certificate 3 in Business and a Principals Award, Samantha Flatley. The Academic Achievement for Hospitality Studies and Principals Award, Catherine Gunther. Academic Achievement for Mathematics A and Principals Award, Genevieve Mao. Academic Achievement for Physical Education and Principals Award, Stephanie Rutherford in absentia at the World Challenge. Academic Achievement for Economics and Principals Award, Kate Simpson. Academic Merit and Principals Award to Laura Shamish-Lay in absentia at the World Challenge trip. Academic Achievement for Ancient History, Academic Achievement for Drama, Academic Honours and Principals Award, Academic Merit and Principals Award, Savannah Smith. Take two. Academic Achievement for Ancient History, Academic Achievement for Drama, Academic Honours and Principals Award, Holly Brown. The Religious Education Prize, Academic Achievement for Mathematics B, Academic Achievement for Visual Art, Academic Honours and Principals Award, Daisy Lee. The Gallotta Cup for the Most Improved Student, Sarah Sobels in absentia. Academic Honours and the joint winner of the Ducks of Year 11, Megan Sandeman in absentia at World Challenge.
academic achievement for English, academic achievement for French, academic honours and joint dux of Year 11, Leilani Worthy-Banks. I now have the pleasure of announcing the House Shield prizes today. Beginning with the junior school, the House Trophy is a much sought after prize. Competition between Acacia, Grevillea and Tristania is characterised by a fierce commitment to one's house, tempered by a sense of fair play, sportsmanship and willingness to acknowledge the skills, strength and performances of the members of each of the houses. Thanks to the leadership offered by the heads of house, Mrs Claydon, Mrs Grimmer and Miss Cooper. In 2013, competition involved academics, readathon, sport, including swimming, cross-country and athletics, float competition involving both French and Japanese, why not prose competition, commitment to the junior school environment, uniform. After a very committed year, the points table finished with Grevillea House on 89 points, Acacia House on 97 points, congratulations to Tristania House on 110 points. Inviting the house captains to come forward to receive the trophy. For 2013 in the middle senior school. The competitions involved swimming, the musical, cross-country, plays, athletics, debating. A very, very close competition. In third place, Melaleuca House. Second place, Carrigaroo. The winning house for 2013, Banksia House. I now have the pleasure, on behalf of Peter Crawley, to announce the office bearers for 2014 in the junior school. I will ask the girls, please, when I call your name up, to stand up in your seat, and we will applaud you. Captains of Visual Arts, Semester 1. Leilani Leon. Katerina Lakyanova. Gurandi Randhawa. Laura Sito. Semester 2, Lucy Bell Lurridge. Galiane Pasqualin. Isabel Whitehead. Captains of Performing Arts, Cameron Bordeaux. Finn Ellick. Grace Marnie. Chloe Robinson. Sarah Sparing. Talia West. Captains of Music. Band, Brianna Free. Choir, Shakira Caldwell. Strings, Airlie Robinson. Captains of Sport. Swimming, Carmen Jansen Van Buren. Touch, Antoinette Nate. Tennis, Nadine Zielinska. Cross country, Grace Cowley. Athletics, Amelia Schofield. Netball, Kimiora Ona Williams. Softball, Christy LaForest. Gymnastics, Sasha Engel. The following office bearers, girls, if you would like to make your way forward to the front of the stage. Student Council Leaders for 2014. Secretary, Elizabeth Slater. Treasurer, Cara Catizano. President, Charlotte McClintock. Acacia. Service Vice Captain, Lily Goodman. Sport Vice Captain, Ella Fitzpatrick. House Captain, Brooke Murakami. Grevillea House. Service Vice Captain, Violet Todd. Vice Captain Anna Branch. House Captain Edwina Thompson. Tristania House, Service Vice Captain Sophie Young. Sport Vice Captain Alexandra Rutherford. House Captain Asia Thompson. Junior School Vice Captain Mia Field. Junior School Captain Lucia McCarthy. Office bearers for the Middle School 2014. The following positions of House Leader, Sports Leader and Year 9 Student Council Representative are ones of leadership and responsibility to the middle school. They form part of the Year 9 leadership team and work together to provide direction and inspiration for the middle school. The House Leaders for 2014 are Banksia, Rosie Atkins and Catherine Mattison. Carrigaroo, Phoebe Humley and Zoe Wang. Melaleuca, Catherine Sutherland and Lois Livingston. The sports leaders for 2014 are Alexandra Finlay and Lukey Smith. The Year 9 Student Council representatives for 2014 are Eloise Campbell and Alexandra Frizzell. It is now my pleasure, on behalf of Mr. Crawley, to announce the school co-curricular leaders for 2014. The co-curricular captains, could I ask you to stand? And we will save our applause until all names are called. Co-curricular captains, Artistic Gymnastics Captain, Savannah Smith. Athletics co-captains, Paige Wibley, Bianca Bruce. Badminton co-captain, Kara Scad, Amanda Tober. Basketball co-captains, Brianna Moore, Zeldine Pete. Cross-country co-captains, Bianca Bruce, Amy McElrath. Debating co-captains, Melissa Harris, Peter Morton. Drama co-captains, Pippin Greening, Olivia Bathurst. Football co-captains, Abby Bayliss, Abby Campbell in absentia on World Challenge Expedition. Golf captain, Julia Morahan. Hockey co-captains, Felicity Cooper, Abby Fowler. Music co-captains, Catherine Gunther, Genevieve Mauer, Lorraine Norris. Netball co-captains, Tyler Malloy, Libby King. Rhythmic gymnastics captain, Georgia Nelms. Rowing co-captains, Samantha Flatley, Georgina Smith. Softball co-captains, Molly Flynn, Jenny Wilson. Swimming co-captains, Georgia Barry, Tegan Learn. Tennis co-captains, Caitlin Lee, Jenny Wilson. Touch co-captains, Libby King, Isabella Torv. Volleyball co-captains, Laura Sage Misley in absentia in World Challenge, as Arizona Watson in absentia World Challenge. Let us all now congratulate the girls on their success. It is now my pleasure to announce the prefects for 2014, and I would ask you that you please come forward to the front of the stage. Prefect with a portfolio of academic and creative ideas, Hannah Horey, Amanda Tobor. Prefect with the portfolio of boarding, Gabrielle Bury, Kelsey Sheehy. Prefect with the portfolio of chapel, Melissa Harris in absentia in World Challenge Expedition, Chelsea Euther. Prefect with the portfolio of cultural arts, Pippin Greening, Lorraine Norris. Prefect with the portfolio of non novus solum, Genevieve Mauer, Savannah Smith. Prefect with the portfolio of sport, Laura Sage-Misley in absentia World Challenge, and Paige Wibley. Prefect with the portfolio of student committees, Holly Brown and Kate Simpson. House captains for 2014. Banksia, House Sports Captain, Isabella Torr. Karragaroo House Sports Captain, Georgina Smith. Melaleuca House Sports Captain, Molly Flynn. absentia, the World Challenge. Before I begin the senior prefix for 2014, you will be aware that a number of girls are on the World Challenge expedition. I wanted to share with you that this moment is not forgotten nor ongoing unnoticed somewhere in Ecuador as we speak. Miss Corley has an envelope sealed and is opening this envelope as we speak so that our girls in Ecuador can share in this wonderful moment today. Senior Prefects for 2014, Banksia House Captain, Georgia McGregor Batty, in absentia World Challenge. She is also Chair of Portfolio of Academic and Creative Ideas. Karrigaroo House Captain, Madeline Gregory. Madeline in absentia World Challenge. Madeline is also Chair of the Portfolio of Cultural Arts. Melaleuca House Captain, Daisy Lee. Daisy is also the Chair of the Portfolio of Student Committees. School Sports Captain, Stephanie Rutherford. In absentia World Challenge, Stephanie is Chair of the Portfolio of Sport. Head Border 2014, Ruby Water. Head Day Girl, Camille Chorley. Absentia on the World Challenge. She is also Chair of the Portfolio of Chapel. School Captain 2014, Megan Sanderman. Megan is in absentia on the World Challenge expedition in Ecuador. All I can say, ladies and gentlemen and girls, is that there will be, I'm sure there will be a loud joy we'll hear from all the way from Ecuador once these have been announced, if they have been announced. So we congratulate, and it is our sincere best wishes and pleasure to announce the office bearers for 2014.
Please stand for the school hymn.
Is
into the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast to that which is good. Render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Honor everyone. Love and serve the Lord, rejoicing in the power of the Holy Spirit and the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, be among you and remain with you always. Amen.